Good morning, Aaron Rowe, Field Operations for the Cedar Creek Fire. I'm going to go around the horn today on what's going on the fire, as well as give some other general leaders' intent of what's going on out there today. So I'm going to start in Division Tango down here. And this is where we've had the most activity lately between this DP 88 and 89 area here, right by the Mount Fuji Trail. That's Mount Fuji Trail. And yeah, so that kind of gives you a general location of where this is. But really, there's two slops. One we're calling the east slop and one the west slop. I think acreage-wise, we're in about the 200-acre or so range, maybe a little bit more than that. But really, yesterday we completed some line on the east slop there and got some dozer line around it, and we're working on mopping that up further, trying to reduce any further activity in there. We are going to shift some more resources closer to this DP 88 area, trying to get around what we're calling the west slop. Generally, you'll hear possibly in another briefing here that it is a really good day for firefighting in terms of reduced temperatures and higher humidities today. So we're going to really try to get after that and try to make those two areas look a lot better. The reason why a lot of emphasis has been done on this is having to do with the Highway 58 corridor. It was a big emphasis item to basically keep it up on this bench up here, and I think we're largely being successful with that so far. Moving on to Division Whiskey. Division Whiskey has really some sprinklers set up in it and largely in a patrol right now. Whiskey looking good. Moving to Division X-Ray here. Really, they're also in a patrol, but also monitoring a lot of this dirty burn that's been in here and mopping up as things come to the line there. So that's just basically monitoring that the best we can and addressing things as they come up. Moving to Division Yankee. Largely a patrol on the perimeter here. We are retrieving some equipment that's been inside there and had to fell a bunch of trees to get to that old equipment that has been cached inside the fire there. So that last bit of equipment's going to come out there today. Moving to Division Alpha. Alphas, we're going to keep repairing the 1958 road up there, as well as monitor this fire that's backing toward the main 19 road up there. So we're keeping an eye on that, and largely benign fire behavior, but it has been increasing due to the dry weather we've been experiencing. Moving on to Division Papa over here. Papa's been doing a bunch of chipping around the Cultus Lake area. That's on hold today due to some people getting some days off and some demobbing of the chipper up there. So that'll continue into the future, but that mission's on a pause today. Also looking at some increased activity that's been in what's been called the Alligator Mouth off the 4290 road. And largely looking good in there, but we've got resources staged in there, ready to respond to anything that may come outside of the 4290 road. Let's see, continuing on to Romeo. Romeo is doing some road grading on the 4660 road. Also continuing with some of the excavator piling on the shaded fuel break in there. Lastly, in Romeo, they are caching some equipment. This trail here going to Fuji Mountain, we're making plans not to plummet, but at least have the equipment ready to go for what we'd need if we actually needed to plummet in there. If this decides to increase in activity, which it really hasn't, it's been kind of punking around there for a multiple days. So trying to just have a good response to what that may be in there, what we'd need to do on that trail. Moving down to Potter Swamp. There's some, on the 2134, there's some equipment work going on down there. as well as we're going to move an excavator that's been sitting in staging, move that down there to help with some of that repair work that's been going on with both of those two fires. Overall, it's going to be a really good day for firefighting, especially on Tango here with the reduced temps and higher humidities. We feel like we're getting our feet under us as a team now that we've been here more than a couple operational shifts now, and feeling good about operations moving forward. You know, it is fairly dry for this time of the year, and that's why some of this activity did occur in this Tango area. This dryness and increased activities also obviously created some new smoke issues. So that's just something to be aware of. And as smokes come out of here, it's also probably come out of other areas of the fire. This is over 100,000 acre fire, and you know, a lot of it's just will continue to smolder until we get into more of a fall, wet, rainy time period. That's all I have. Appreciate you viewing.